for this game, we're going to do a game called Press Conference. Between the chat and the girls, we're going to figure out who I am. I'm going to come back and be a famous person that has done something. And they don't have to be the same, so it doesn't have to be Darth Vader created a Death Star. It can be Darth Vader opened an orphanage for children and dogs. It doesn't matter. All right. It could be Luke Skywalker starting his first Broadway show. Could be anything. All right. The only catch is when I come back, I am going to have to pretend I know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So I'm going to take off, and I will see you guys in a moment.
All right. So either you guys or chat has to think of who he's going to be. He's back. Leave. Why are you still here?
What?
Go home, Dave.
Wait, Dave is still here?
Yeah, does anyone else see him? Or is it just me?
I see him too.
Yeah, what's he doing here? Get out of here.
Dave, what's up?
Look at him.
Dave.
Now's the time to say funny things about him, right?
What is he doing?
I don't know. All right, quick. Who's he going to be? Who's he going to be? Chat, do you have any suggestions? Or do you guys have any suggestion? What
Jughead Jones.
Jughead Jones? He'll never guess it. Perfect.
Yes.
He's good. Jughead Jones. Okay.
Obviously, never.
What has Jughead Jones done?
Climbed a mountain.
He climbed a mountain?
I don't know who Jughead Jones
Yes.
Jughead Jones. Oh, you don't watch Riverdale. Okay, maybe we should pick something we all know who he is.
I'm not really allowed to watch screens.
That's
because my
okay.
mom banned them.
That's okay. Okay, let's pick something else that we all know then. Because that was a good one.
Yeah.
Though. Let's do something we all know.
Let's pick something.
He's still here.
I know we can see him. Gotta think of something.
Pig. Peppa Pig.
Let's just
Peppa
put it in
Pig.
the chat privately.
One of the Jonas brothers. Peppa Pig. How well do you guys? How well do you guys know the Jonas brothers?
I
Pretty
only know
well.
their songs. I don't
Wait, it could be the Jonas brother. He could be like Kevin Jonas, and he went to go meet Peppa Pig. He
Zac
did something. That
Efron.
could be what he did.
Do you guys know enough about Kevin Jonas to make that the thing?
I don't know their names.
Okay, we'll do Peppa Pig because you all know Peppa Pig.
No.
Zac Efron.
Okay.
Do you guys know? What did Peppa Pig do? What is her thing? Chat, do you have any suggestions? Remember, we have a younger audience or a younger crew here, so it's got to be something they know. Because the Jonas Brothers was excellent. I would have loved to use that one, but that's okay.
I love the Jonas Brothers.
So what did Peppa
And
Pig
Brock.
do? Any suggestions, chat? Or any of you?
See Dave. Pig. She went to see a Broadway show.
She robbed a bank. We're gonna use the chat suggestion.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
She
you
robbed
guys,
a bank.
so you guys know how this
Yes.
works, right? You know how this works, right? We're
Yeah.
interviewing him while hinting at things to see how he does, right? All right,
Yeah.
how do I get him back in? Because he's here.
I don't know.
I'm gonna make him the host and see if he gets the gist.
Dave.
I love this. It's gonna be great.
I'm not sure he can hear us.
He's working on it.
Not if I'm back.
Hello, can you hear us, Dave?
Good evening, everybody.
He said not if he can come. Okay.
Thank you very much for coming. The traffic from my living room was atrocious, but I'm glad I could have this Zoom press conference with all of you. So I'm going to open up the floor to questions and just get all this out in the open. So who has a question? Yes, Miss in the yellow shirt. Yes, Broadway.
How much money did you get?
How
much money did you get?
Well, they wanted to give me only $7, but I got them all the way up to $850. That's $850.
That's cool.
Yes, Miss next to the doorway.
What bank do you like?
What bank do I like?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I'm a
curiosity.
teachers credit union type person because I like to support our hardworking teachers. I think it's very important to have an education.
Does it bother you that you're pink?
No, I've always been pink, and so really, it shouldn't, it wouldn't, it doesn't matter what color skin you have. Yes, sir.
Now I know it's been some years, but have you and your friend Susie reconnected and rekindled your friendship after what happened?
I don't talk to Susie anymore. I'm actually a little offended that you would bring up Susie. Yes, next to the door.
going. Is your little brother still into dinosaurs?
Is my little oh yeah, my little brother, he loves dinosaurs. He's a big fan of dinosaurs. Any other questions? Please, for the love of God, help me.
How much money did you get from each bank?
How much money did I get from each bank?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't really want to divulge that because then they may want me to claim it on my taxes, and that just no, not a good idea. Especially if you're, I mean, if you're going to rob a bank, you really shouldn't divulge how much money you've made. Yes, next to the door again.
Is it why are you always in people's chocolate? Like, I don't get it. True, I'm confused too.
Why am I?
Yeah,
always...
like what's up?
Well,
Yeah.
I like chocolate. I like chocolate a lot. I think chocolate is good.
No,
think,
but you hide it. Yeah,
well,
you hide inside.
That's how I get into the banks. So that if I'm in the chocolate, then I get into the bank, and then I'm able to take the money a little easier. Because tell me, bankers love chocolates.
Yeah.
Nicholas, do you know that I know this thing? I mean,
yeah, this is something you would know.
Oh.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm still.
Yes.
I'm still,
You have to know this. You have to know. Here, I answer their questions, and then I got one for you.
Yes. In the yellow, in front of Times Square.
Are you aware that you're very, very popular and like your logo is like everywhere, like a lot of times in stores?
Well, I mean, of course, I'm well aware that I'm popular. I mean, I'm holding a press conference, and you're all asking me about this. I'm not in jail for robbing a bank right now, so I must be very, very popular. All right, in front of the cucumber.
Do you know you're beautiful?
What?
I thank you. I thank you for that. I have been called beautiful in the past. I don't believe my looks should matter in this situation. It's potentially all the chocolate that I am constantly in. Yes, in front of the door one more time.
So, do you roll down the hill? Like the house, like your house is on a hill. So, like, do you roll down the hill still?
Yes, I mean sometimes it does roll down the hill, and we have to get movers to put it back up on the hill because the hill has the best view. So that's kind of what I want to do. One more time on Times Square there.
I was wondering why you always wear like the same like red dress and like all everything. It's kind of weird. You don't change.
Well, I mean, it's very important that you have a look for something so that every time someone sees you, they think, hey, it's that person from that thing that robbed a bank. Sir, please help me.
I'm glad you admitted to what you did. But now, as for a little bit more personal things, down to who you are, yeah. So you're pretty well known for having a British accent. In fact, there was a whole spiel about how you were making American kids develop a British accent. Why isn't your British accent here now?
Oh, I am so happy that you finally allowed me to drop that horrible American accent. Oh, that thing's atrocious. I do that to make the reporters feel better about themselves. They feel smarter than me. Yes. So thank you so much for letting me speak my true self. All right. Questions. Any more questions?
How old is your little brother right now?
7. That's a pretty easy one. Thank you. All right. Yes. Yes, sir. One more time in front of the small child.
Yes. Yeah. So your TV show is pretty popular globally. In fact, it's grown so big that the BBC is regretful for not taking it on. But there is one very disappointing thing about your show. You did manage to get one episode banned in the country of Australia because your dad in that episode talks about how spiders can't hurt you. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Right, well, I think I got it. And my pop, he does indeed talk about spiders not being dangerous, which we learned in Australia is quite a problem because they are quite dangerous. But being a family of pigs, we don't know that that's the case because we don't travel very far. We're not known. We're not known for it. So yes, you figured it all out. I am Peppa Pig, and I have robbed a bank because that's what I do.
That was a wild ride, and I am here for the whole thing.
That was so funny.
That was so much fun.